So the first 5 minutes is about the secrets of the carpet merchants. Might be very useful. All right? So you're going to look at the weaves at home, if you have something laying on the floor, with a different eye. So, but before I begin, I would like to offer you something to drink. This is a tradition in my country, and I hope you don't mind that. Do you like this tradition at all?
Oh, yeah. It's a great tradition.
Yes? Okay.
Yes.
So let me tell you what the options are, Kelly. Ladies and gentlemen, apple tea, sage tea, the Turkish black tea, Turkish coffee from Brazil. Well, I'm sure you've been asking for Turkish coffee, all right? So,
Yeah.
yes, well, that's okay, but it's Brazilian, all right? So, sparkling water, still water are the other options. So, who is, may I see please hands for apple tea, please? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. Let's make it 24 in case I made a mistake or someone else will find. To be walking with my shoes on these carpets, you can do so. I'm going to ask you to walk on these, but my recommendation, if you have easy shoes, well, take your shoes off and do it barefoot. It's fantastic feel, all right? So, ladies and gentlemen, and we'll just come onto the carpets. Just step onto these, and let's begin with these 2 carpets. I will be telling you what to look for on these. All right, excellent. So, well, just check them out, because I'm going to ask you a very, very silly question. Yes, the question is aiming to give you a fantastic idea of what to look for and how careful to be on handmade carpets. I mean, the secret. I'm going to give you the secret of these carpets. Ladies and gentlemen, the question, here comes the question. Just while looking, without any information that I've given to you, which of these 2 carpets do you think is a more expensive carpet? Will you please step on the carpet that you think is a more expensive carpet? Alright, so let me try to change your mind. How about that? Okay. So if I would say, this one has commercial dyes on it. It has cotton in it. And if I would say that this is 100% wool, it's naturally dyed. Would that change your minds? Yeah. So, would you in that case vote for this one here? Yeah?
For expense?
Yes, for cost. Ladies and gentlemen, the carpet cost does not depend on
Labor.
material, color, or anything like that. It depends, yes. So, you see, actually I have told you this before.
You
but
did.
just forgot.
You did.
So I'm just reminding this to you one more time. Ladies and gentlemen, this carpet here has 350 knots per square inch. This one here has less than 100. So the completing time on this one here is about 3.5 times longer. Alright? So, alright, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, now, but why did these people use cotton in it? Well, wouldn't it be better to make a 100% wool carpet?
Yes, or silk.
Ladies and gentlemen, the reason why these people have used cotton is a thinner and a finer material versus the wool. And this is basically the reason why these people have used just cotton as a foundation. But how would you see that?
Look at the back.
Now look at the fringe. Ladies and gentlemen, the fringe is the end of the warp thread that goes through the carpet. Just by looking at the fringe, you can tell, you can easily tell what kind of a foundation the carpet. Look, this is wool, this is cotton, I'm sorry, and that's wool. And see how thicker and coarser that material is. Ladies and gentlemen, to identify or just to categorize these carpets, we're using these words. Wool on wool, because it is a woolen fabric. Wool on wool, wool on cotton. Alright? And these are the 2 wool carpets that we have in this country. The third kind is silk on silk. Look at that. Ladies and gentlemen, now the question here is, on this carpet here, you don't see many carpets that are this size in silk. The reason is it takes a very, very long time to make it here. A very long time. So that's why you don't see many carpets in silk which are this size. So, ladies and gentlemen, okay, now we're going to carry on seeing more carpets. But the question here is, who are these weavers? Who make carpets? So will you please take your seats back? Let's take our seats back. And don't put your shoes on because we're going to be walking on more carpets. I hope you like it. Yeah, you don't like it.
Our feet all smell great when they put together.
There are two types of weavers here in this country. Two types of weavers. The first kind is the nomadic weaver. The weaver comes from the nomadic life. So there is a very small population still in Turkey which lives this nomadic life, and that's why there is very, very less production. But my personal interest is on these carpets here. They're coarser, but I like them because, ladies and gentlemen, these carpets, they tell stories. The story of people who lived this nomadic life for thousands of years, ladies and gentlemen. So you're going to see clues on these carpets which refer to Central Asia, well, North Africa, all over the world. It's very interesting. So we're not expecting a lot of knots on these carpets here. So what we're going to see is basically geometrical designs and the natural colors, ladies and gentlemen. We want to see the natural dominance.
Is that the pattern?
Now, Isfahan is a Persian carpet. A Kazakh is a Caucasian carpet. So you're going to that one, this one here, the apple. It's not the eagle, but very close. I'm going to show you. All right, very good. So, ladies and gentlemen, look at these different kinds of carpets which are made all over eagle. So that's the stylized, but that's Kazakh, for instance. Look at these beautiful carpets from all over the country. See how different they are. Alright, let's see these carpets there. And ladies and gentlemen, basically different parts of the country, different families, different tribes, different nomads, they're making different kinds of carpets, well, according to their traditions, and they're gathering their materials from their own environment, so that's why we will see these color varieties. Now, sheep wool, merino wool, Angora wool are the wool types that are used on Turkish carpets. Now, will you please stand up and get close to these? I want you to walk on these different kinds of carpets, ladies and gentlemen. So this is, for example, Angora. And so this one here, that's a Caucasian Kazakh design with Angora wool. It's quite a rare. It's Persian again. It's Persian again. That's okay. I mean, that is a khas. Khas. K-R-A-S. So, you're old. That's Persian. So, ladies and gentlemen, so about the stories about these carpets. May I please have your attention here right now? So, it is of course possible to tell the story of every carpet, but I will just, make it on this one here. Do you see this carpet here? How colorful it is? Alright? Ladies and gentlemen, have you noticed that they have such fringes? Ladies and gentlemen, this carpet here is made in central Turkey in the Sivas area. Sivas. And in that area, before weavers get married, they would make such carpets for themselves. This colorful. They gather the best wool, the best dyes they can find, and they end up with this fringe, which means love or engagement, ladies and gentlemen. So when they're put together, that means marriage. In the English language, there is an idiom, tying the knot. It might be related to this, ladies and gentlemen. So, but if the girl knows that she's getting married, so why bother? Why doing all this? This is a very conservative way of life. And these people, as soon as they make this carpet here, they give this to the family. The family hangs this out on the balcony, which is a message to all the other boys to stay away from that girl. So that girl is gone. That's the message here. So ladies and gentlemen, again, I'm standing on this one here. In the English language, there is a word, meandering. Do you know where this word comes from? It's the river, meandros. This carpet is made by the nomads living in that area. So it has this meandering pattern, the river. And ladies and gentlemen, so it is possible to tell a lot more about these, but every carpet, especially the nomadic ones, they carry stories. Dear guests, now, do you know what a kilim is? No? Alright, so ladies and gentlemen, a kilim is a weave which we may consider as the very primitive form of our modern fabrics. This is a kilim. In other words, it's a weave without knots. Right, yes, well that's snakes. Yes. Ladies and gentlemen, if you get something like this from Turkey, nobody's going to believe it, that you're getting it from Turkey, because they look very similar to the Southwest American Indian carpets. So the technique is right now, the technique is very similar. That's the reason why they look similar. But in Turkey, these weavings, they get very sophisticated if they have embroideries on the surface, like this one here. Look at this bird here. Right? So it's fantastic. So, and these weavings, ladies and gentlemen, they get even more interesting if they have silk embroideries on the surface. Look at this one here. Well, that's the other name of this pattern. Oh my God!
No place for it. We have to put it for hardwood.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. These weavings, they get even more interesting if they are pure silk and are made with that golden or the yellow silk, ladies and gentlemen. Look at the result. Fantastic. Ladies and gentlemen.
You want to suit me then.
So dear guests, this is one of my favorites. This is made by the Mushwani people, and these people, dear guests, they don't produce anymore. I mean, they don't live this nomadic life anymore, and that's why they have this, they make these kind of weavings. Well, they made this one here. This is one of the most valuable nomadic weavings that you can ever think of. It has a very strange structure. If you look at it, you will find out that it has both knots and embroideries on the surface, which makes these weavings very, very interesting and one of a kind. It looks as if it is three-dimensional on the surface. So, ladies and gentlemen, now it is of course again we don't have many of these. I mean, 2 or 3. Ladies and gentlemen, so this was the first category. All right. Well, no problem. Thank you. Did I do that?
Yeah.
Well, I didn't do that on intention. It was just pointed. All right, ladies and gentlemen, after seeing the nomadic carpets, I would like to show you the next category, which is actually the palace culture. So these workshop weavers, they created this tradition for the nobles, for the aristocrats, so for the people who lived in palaces or around palaces. So these carpets which are coming up, they're extremely fine. They do have 11 hours per square inch, and the making is quite difficult. They're made in workshops on very, very big looms. So I will ask you to take your seats back again, and we're going to be walking on more carpets. Here's another one. Oops, I'm sorry. All right, look at that. So,
This is like a circus. Oh, look at that. Look at that. I've not seen one blue.
And, well, if you've noticed, instead of geometric designs, this time we have these softly curved floral patterns. And these carpets, they have all these white fringes, which is the sign of the continent. Look at that. Beautiful carpet.
Okay, just keep showing us more. Incredible.
Hey, tane küçük açtıktan
He
sonra.
said, I think he's going to show 250 or something like
Step
that.
up. Get closer to them. And ladies and gentlemen, so there is a huge carpet coming out. Now, this is very interesting. Evet, açalım bir. Will you please make some space? Excuse us. Let's see this carpet you first. All right, let's see it. Okay. Now come on to it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, will you please do this? Use the back of your hand. Use the back of your hand.
Maybe.
Are there certain areas cooler other areas? So the cooler parts are the silk and parts. The rest is Angora on this carpet. So ladies and gentlemen, these are very, very special and very unusual.
Match my house. I want that piece right over there.
And there's more.
Ladies and gentlemen, please take what you ordered. Our drinks have arrived. Please take what you ordered. So, the teas, the apple teas, and please don't worry about spilling.
What?
Now, the carpets, they can be clean, but I would worry about breaking glass and stepping on it. We're all barefoot, so just please be careful there. Just, don't break glass and step on it. So when we spill something, we can clean it. But, I don't want you to hurt you, all right? So please take what you ordered. Please take your seats back, and let that gentleman come to you, all right?
Oh, goodness.
Oh, I can, you know what, I can.
It's all right. It's all right. No, you're fine. You're fine. We'll all squeeze in here.
Okay, where's all the
Need to move more this way?
No, this is fine. I've got my tailbone in between. It's working out just fine. It
I was thinking, there's no way they're going to squeeze this stuff inside here. Oh my God.
Well, I hope I'm not giving an headache. You like it?
Oh, yes.
Okay. So, the last 5 minutes. So, in perhaps another 25, 30 carpets.
Ready.
Is he ever going to tell us how much they cost?
Ladies and gentlemen, the magic question came finally out. So, ladies and gentlemen, now, the prices, they're all on the tags written. However, it's very various. I mean, this size, this is a 3x5. In 3x5, you can find carpets having price tags of 250 euros. But there are price tags 25,000 euros on these. It depends on what you're looking at. The silk carpets are the most costing ones. So we began with the nomadic kind. The nomadic carpets are the ones which are coarser, so the labor is less on them. So that's why they are the ones which have the lowest prices. When you go up to the woolen cotton with more knots, the scrunch, that's gonna go up. The highest costing ones are the ones with silk and a lot of knots per spring. And at the end of the show, I will just give you an idea roughly. I cannot price them all.
Coffee.
But I'll give you a big, right?
Thank you.
The Turkish tea.
Thank you.
Teacups. Huh?
And little saucers.
Yeah. Is it sweet at all?
Yeah, it's just like warm apple juice.
Okay.
Have you seen it for sale?
I have. Yeah,
Yeah. Where was it?
just about every museum. Yeah. I didn't do this year. Quick fries. What happened to your tea?
It wasn't a shot.
Go, Ron, go. Okay, Susie drank hers already, too.
You know,
With a free hand, can you push the pause button? That little button there?
In museums, some other versions, some older versions of these. And well, some people like it, some people don't. But every carpet collector wants to have one of these. Yes. So they are much warmer, as you see, than the ones that we saw previously. So they're very, very interesting carpets. The dye method, the wool blending methods, they're all secrets of these. And they're considered the most valuable wool carpets you can ever think of. So amazing. These carpets, they're very limited. They generally don't come this small. They do come in enormously large sizes. That's what they do. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, the final category is the category which is made out of silk. And the silk carpets, they have the highest nut count per square inch because of time that is needed to make these carpets here. These carpets, silk ones, they become very valuable. As you see, I'm trying to use the word expensive, but that's what they are. I have to admit that. Ladies and gentlemen, but the result is just amazing. Now, how many now? 645 knots per square inch. Ladies and gentlemen, can I ask you a question, especially the ones who are sitting over there? What kind of color is this background?
Turquoise blue.
That's the name of this carpet. Oh my God. Ladies and gentlemen, please touch these silk carpets. It's just fantastic. These are shocking. So, and you have this special
You know, Costco has a rug. They have the rug sale. Yeah, I'm gonna be. How many knots? How many knots per square inch? And try out this. I'd have to just get
I think we could resell a few of them in San Antonio.
Probably resell them in the United States.
I'm just joking. There's your table runner there. Yeah, if we had gone on this trip before Farhad mentioned that he had that carpet, I would have driven over there to get it. He said it was worth thousands of dollars, but I just didn't know, you know. I didn't. It wasn't that I didn't believe him. I guess I just couldn't conceive of.
For the last 1 minute, my final words. Ladies and gentlemen, well, it's nice to see people getting excited. That's wonderful. Ladies and gentlemen, now, prices, as I said, they are on the tax. Now, these prices that my colleagues, they're in euros, the tag prices, so they need to be converted into your currencies. Ladies and gentlemen, the prices that are going to be quoted to you will include shipping, duties, taxes, and all related costs. So if you, for example, purchase here anything which has, let's say, $500, that price means to your doorstep, including everything. All right? we don't, these costs, shipping costs are not added on top of these price tags or on top of these prices, because there is a kind of a tax rebate that we're using to cover these expenses. In other words, it's for free to have these carpets shipped and delivered. There is no tax here for you. Ladies and gentlemen. Now, the second thing is, every carpet, it doesn't matter how fine, how coarse, every carpet comes with official paperwork, certification, everything, so that one can resell or insure these carpets, all right? The third thing is, ladies and gentlemen, we don't bargain here, but we would make reductions, ladies and gentlemen, depending on the carpet. The lowest reduction that we are going to make is 10%, and the highest reduction is 25%. So my colleagues, they will, you don't need to ask for this. They will automatically reduce the prices, they will do rundowns and so on, but, well, we don't find that very nice, this bargaining. That's why. Ladies and gentlemen, the prices, how do they vary? As I mentioned before, ladies and gentlemen, these carpets that you're seeing here, they're more or less the same size. This now is a pure wool carpet, as you see, it's wool on wool. This one here is wool on cotton. This one here has about 120, 130 knots per square inch. This is 350 knots with Angora wool on it. Ladies and gentlemen, you can easily tell which one has more knots to the square inch. So this is, for example, number one. This size is 6 by 9 approximately, and the beginning price would be for this kind of a size around 2,500 euros, ladies and gentlemen. Shipped in the beginning. In the same category, in the wool on wool category, in the nomadic category, you can reach up to $5,000 to $6,000 in this range. But in this category now, the beginning is like 5,000 to 6,000 and going up. You can go up to 20,000, 25,000 in this one here. Smaller versions of the same kind, they are going to cost a lot less. For example, the same kind in pure wool in 3x5, would cost around $500 or 500 euros. All right. So there it is. If you've seen, for example, later on a carpet that you liked very much, but it came up with a higher price, tell my colleagues to take it out for you, see it on their floor, and ask them, right, to show you another one with a lower knot count. That might help. So it's going to lower it's never going to be the same. The last thing that I'd like to tell you, ladies and gentlemen, every carpet is one of a kind. Well, we don't have these carpets in all sizes. All right? That's the other difficulty in handmade carpets. All right? So, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to thank you very much for being so kind and listening to us here and seeing our collection. And please enjoy your stay here. We have about 14 showrooms under this roof, full of carpets. And for your further questions, do not hesitate to talk to my colleagues. They're going to approach you and ask whether you have more questions. Just go ahead and enjoy your stay here, all right? So it's not a matter of buying or selling. Enjoy. Have a great day. Thank you so much. Put your empty glasses underneath your seats. Push them as far as possible so that you have clean hands.